Hey, so wanted to give you a review of your site. Thanks for agreeing to do this. So yeah, I am on your website right now, and I'm going to do this in two parts. So first, I'm just going to go through your site, share first impressions and what it looks like from the perspective of a customer. And secondly, my colleague Anna Marie, in the second half of this video, is going to give you specific design and user experience feedback. So yeah, let's dive in. Rowsome, this looks like a first impression, very clean, very neat look, and but it's not immediately clear to me what you're selling. So just sort of on the above the fold, design with style, crafted with passion. It's not super clear to me what you're selling. So there is a bit of confusion, but I'm also a little bit intrigued. So it does compel me to scroll down, but I wonder if adding something here around, making it super clear to the viewer what they're going to get will reduce your bounce rate a little bit. Um, so just going through your header, I love that you have podcast appearances there. That's some immediate social proof. Um, Not clear to me what the difference between shop and bespoke portfolio is. Can I buy the bespoke portfolio? Is that not available in the shop? So I don't know. I think there's just a few questions in my head, but it's not a deal breaker. Um, Love the pictures. I think the images that you've used are fantastic. It's super well laid out. It's neat. And then you have all your standard, policies and whatnot. So yeah, I think overall pretty good. Areas for improvement. One, I think I don't feel a sense of urgency when I'm on your site, and I think the aesthetic that you've gone for is like this very calm, serene look, which is fantastic and it matches your brand. But as a buyer, I don't feel a sense of urgency. And one thing that you could do to put that sense in your potential customers is to have um, just an inventory count. If I knew that there were only two other traveler book straps available, I would be more likely to purchase uh, that site that item. So that's number one. And I think also in terms of feedback, I think just clearing if there's just like a little bit of confusion here. Let's go into the so you saw a little bit of page load issues there, but great pictures. But there's no option for me to buy over here, so I'm not exactly sure why this is on your site. Maybe there's a reason, but to someone coming at this cold, this is great. Like I want this wallet, but how do I purchase it? And maybe if I go to shop, so I didn't love the fact that there was this three nested menus, one inside the other. Um, I suspect you're losing some conversions over there. It's just a lot of text. Let's go to the Hemingway. This product page looks great. Yeah, and overall, I feel another place where you could improve the site is if you just told me a little bit more about your story. Who are you? What's your story? Make it more personalized. That I think would help me. And I know you have this contact me, but there's really nothing about you on your site. I think that would add a personal touch and just get your buyers to relate more to you. And when people relate to you, they're more likely to buy from you. So that is my first impressions. And at the second half of this, my colleague Anna Marie is going to share some design feedback with you. Hope this is helpful. Thanks.
Hi there, I'm Anna Marie. So let's take a quick look at the Rowsome site from a design perspective. As soon as I landed on the site, I really liked how simple and clean it was. As Arush mentioned, right, the layout is really clear. I really appreciate that you've picked kind of this white and this dark gray as your main colors and not use any other accent colors. I think it really helps make your products pop. And overall, right, everything's legible. The website is responsive, so on smaller screens, things stack correctly and are still accessible. So all of that is great. The only kind of minor comments I'd have at the top level on the homepage is that, first of all, I almost didn't notice that the banner was a slider, that there were multiple images here. And so I'd consider either making this bigger or maybe moving the arrows into the image itself or making these rotate automatically, right? I think there's a couple of different options. But right, there's a lot of good stuff here. There's some social proof, there's different products you're showcasing. So you don't want to miss that. And then also I'd make sure that all of these have a call to action because that's really important above the fold to have something clear that people can do. And then the second thing Rush already mentioned, right? But when you click into the shop navigation, which is arguably where you want people to go, it is 1, 2, 3 clicks to actually get to a page. And so I'd recommend you take these kind of sub pages under each and just merge them into one. So under shop, there's 3 options that people can choose from, and then it's just 2 clicks. So decreasing the clicks to purchase as much as possible. So I think those are the main things on the home page. So then if we start clicking through some of these, let's go look at the collections. So again, I really love that you have this consistent branding, consistent color scheme. This is really easy to read through and see all the different things that you sell. The only thing that I wish here was that I could see your products a little more. So I wonder if editing these images, so right, this box and text was kind of on the lower half, so the top half could actually showcase the image. And then when we actually go into a product, Rush mentioned this again already, but your product visuals and images are beautiful. It's really easy to get a good idea of what the product is like, and you have a description for it, which is great. And again, you may also like section, which encourages people to purchase more. I think the only recommendation here would maybe be to add a testimonial section just to get some more social proof and feedback here. And then I think the final thing to mention, which Rush already mentioned as well, right? But in the bespoke portfolio, I think it is a great thing to have in the sense that you can show custom pieces, for example, that you might not have in your shop otherwise, or right, it's just an easy, clear way to showcase some of the work that you've done in the past. But I'd make sure that here you have a purchase, right, buy this button, probably at the top and the bottom of the page. So just to make that really easy for people. And then a minor thing, right, the titles on this page are left aligned, but then the paragraph text is centered. So I just pick one or the other and make that consistent. But I think otherwise the site is looking beautiful and really clean. So I hope that's helpful.